Snick himself. I think this mic's on. Yeah, it is. Okay. Forgot to fix something. I'm almost ready. Actually, that's probably pretty good right there. Snick, how is you doing? Okay. Okay, this should make the cameras look a little bit. Well, Luthon, you know, we could have built that. I mean, we actually could have. Would have sucked. 'Cause that ain't gonna be cheap. Well, it's not like you don't know somebody who can do that kind of stuff. Snick? Yeah, it would have taken a while. But how long was that damn tree in your backyard before I came and fixed it? And how long has the fence been down? I'm just saying. I'm just asking questions. The X will not bless Ultros. Do not bring that garbage into this chat, sir. So, Snick, you had a chance to play with your NES yet? Yeah, 2 years, 2 years. No, you do not. Mods, deal with him, please. I hope Indy errs at you for not playing with that. Ultros, do not. Your X is not welcome here. We do not the X. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Okay. Let me see if I can give myself a little bit more maneuvering room here. That's weird. Seems to be super delayed. Oh well. Yeah, I did. I reacted to it, I think. Alright, we're gonna try to make one of these shiesty. Is it just me, or is the video very jumpy? Let me restart this real quick. Okay, there we go. I gotta adjust everything. Oh, damn you. There we go. Okay, that looks good. So, we're going to maybe turn this into a donor for obsoletes. We're going to see if it works or not. So, this one's in pretty trashy condition. By the way, Snick, I've got a couple of shells now that I'm not going to be using. So, do not Ultros. So, also going to be doing a little bit of a tutorial video with this, so try to get this a little bit better. Where did it go? Ultros do not. Get all this crap out of the way. Okay. So, when you're taking an NES apart, Take off these 6 screws here. 2, 4, there, and there. That one's stripped. That's okay. We'll just break this to get it apart. Yep, that bad boy was stripped. Top of the shell's still good though. And then to get this off, take this, 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 and this. So much better than what? Also, hello, Mr. Kimball. I was going to come by and say hi, but you came on right as I was leaving. I haven't really changed anything in the audio setup. No. You mean from my normal streaming setup or from over here? I'm using vMix now, but the same mic. So that hasn't changed. Because it's going through the same mixer. No? I mean, I suppose that's possible. But it's going through the same mixer and the same capture card, so... Because I have an external mixer. It may be in a better position, and it depends on what I was doing over here, too. Because I do have it, like, right here. And I've used an SM58 in the past, but I'm using what I think is an inferior mic. I'm using a Sennheiser E835. So, the weird thing is there's no EQ or anything on it. It's just Yeah, it may be position. But yeah, it does sound pretty good, which is kind of surprising because I really don't like these mics. Like, I'm not a fan of them as far as like doing live shows and stuff with them. Never been a fan of this particular mic. Okay, once you get that free, you take this one. Also, Kimball, now that you're here, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one free. I ordered a shell. Where is it? It's here somewhere. Where did I put it? I ordered a shell from that eBay seller you sent me. I ordered some rubbers too, and they sucked. Like, don't buy those. Those are crap. But his shells are phenomenal. At least this one here. And I absolutely love that. I just ordered another one from I think it's Hoskins Industries is what you sent me to on eBay. But yeah, this is good shit. Chakra, how we doing? Really? Okay, now you say that, and there's a caveat here. I have some. I think these are retro bunny. I just posted this in Budsy's Discord. These are convex buttons. They're Game Boy buttons, and the D-pad and select start and the rubbers are all, and the board are all OEM. But I don't know with the convex, the normal ones. So yeah, maybe that's different. But they should have the same profile. Like the buttons typically have they're the same buttons, they just don't have the concave on the top. And you can see they stick out. I mean, let me. I will when I get it in, I'll do a build with the OEM buttons and see. Yeah, that's weird. I guess you were using OEM rubbers and everything else? I thought you liked this stuff. Do you recommend a bad brand to me, Kimball? I had high hopes for the rubbers, but well, I'm liking this one so far, but I haven't done anything with. I haven't really. I mean, I've played through a few games with it, but I haven't like sat down for a speedrunning session with it because I only built it last week. I haven't done any speedrunning lately, so. But it send me a link to that because I just ordered some from retro modding or Handheld Legend, one of the two. Can't remember. I put in an order for each. Okay. We remove it. At this point, you remove these 3 connectors. Do not trust the Ultros. At this point, wait, there's more? Oh, I didn't put... Oh, I did. That's right. He was missing screws. I thought you already had one, Kimball. I'd tell Luthon to ban you, but he might actually do it. So the problem, for those of you just joining us here, the problem with this, I'm building this for obsolete, but his PPU is bad. So we're going to attempt to transplant motherboards. I'm curious what we're doing here, Trisk. I thought you had, because didn't you get the monitor? Oh, you're not playing on a CRT, you're playing on, What are you doing, Trisk? Is that Trisk? Is that what I think it is? Sorry. But anyway, yeah, the PPU I think is bad in this thing. And we will investigate that further, but I was getting weird glitches. That's the second one I found in my pile of NESs. But these things are awesome, by the way. It's going to have a little bit of a rattle because of this part here. If it's not in position, it'll rattle like that. So, but if it's pushed all the way in, it shouldn't make any noise. Yeah, because it's when you pull the game out, it's in this loose position, see? Let me see if I can adjust the picture there to get a little bit better. There we go. But yeah, this... It's still a little... But see how that's wiggly? But when it's locked in position, it doesn't move. Not exactly happy with that. That should be better. No. It's a good question. And the first time I put one of these together, I had the same. I was like, what the hell? Because yeah, NESs aren't supposed to rattle. You know, Trisk, that's actually kind of funny. I should do that sometime. Just like hard install. I wonder how hard that would be to build like a CV1 NES. Like that's all it does. I know a guy that can do UV printing on shells. Okay. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to just take this off for testing now. Get these guys out. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled video, at least for the tutorial aspect. Okay, so the next thing is, if you want to do one of these at home, you remove the tray and it just pulls loose. And this guy just slides off. Yeah, and I think I got that working. I'm gonna turn that on here in a little bit. But I'm doing this as a tutorial video, so I don't want any of the lower thirds or scrolls on right now. It was added yesterday, but we were having issues. And I just got a cheap paintbrush that I'm brushing a lot of that dust and stuff off. That's what we're doing here. Okay, hopefully. There's some shmoo on here. So, Tris, do you know about this week? What days you'll have available? And if this works, we're going to go ahead and recap this guy for obsolete. All right. Let's test this guy out. Well, seems to work. Let's pop the EverDrive in. Physics! Thank you for 45 months. Holy crap. That's insane. Thank you so much. How are you doing today? Okay, let's see if this one has the same problems. Hey! Zelica, what's going on, buddy? Hey, I might be doing some models here in a little bit. Oh, Ren Fair yesterday. Nice. Did you dress up? The last time we did this, Simon was all glitchy and shit. Oh. Bandai models. I've got a Gengar I want to build. Well, the top half is better than... It's kind of hard to see. SpongeBob TV isn't exactly the highest quality. Oh, really? What's been up with you? Haven't been able to catch one of your streams lately. Okay, so this one works. So I think my thoughts here is we'll clean this up and we'll put this in the NES. Let's what other games do you remember obsolete? Also welcome in. What games we were having problems with? Oops. Oh, that sucks. Well, that's why I haven't seen your streams then. Luthon, I will ban you. Okay, well, it seems to work now, so... it's a new motherboard. Okay, it seems to work. So let's go ahead and clean this motherboard up and put it in there. Discharge that cap. Yeah, I'm just going to put your old motherboard on the pile of shame. Okay, what tip do I have on the soldering iron? The good one? Okay. Did you see the purple NES we built yesterday? Obsolete. I don't know if I'd ever mess with that, to be honest. I mean, I might, but... Okay. I'll probably steal the RF shield off of yours. I think it's a little bit cleaner. That one's got a little bit of rust. Okay. Let's get the soldering iron cooking here. Get some capacitors out. Okay. We need one of the big guys. Okay. We need a 100 mic at 6.3 volts at least. Probably one of these guys here. 25 volts, that'll do. 2.2 at 50. And then one mic at 50. 2.2 at 50. One of these guys. I'm just gonna put them all in this one bag. So I ordered some extra capacitors. I don't know for what. Well, one I know, but that'd be kind of cool just to like see if you can use the CPU by itself. I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back. Speaking of Arduinos, I've got an Arduino project coming up this week. Would anybody be interested in watching that? I actually got two. And this one. An Arduino project. I'm going to build a foot switch for controlling speedrunning type stuff. You know, that's funny. These are in different positions, I think. So I think the last one I did, the other one was like that. Okay. Sometimes this can be a little bit stubborn. To repair the shitty consoles that suck ass. That's great. Surprised we haven't seen Wyvern yet. Is he still streaming? I have words for Wyvern. He may still be streaming. Oh, that one didn't quite get all the way, huh? Okay. So what's new with you, Obsolete? Also, I've got one more GBA to build, but I'm waiting on a part for it to come in. How was everybody's weekend? Oh, nice. Well, when you come out, come hang out, then you'll be in good company because I've been doing a lot of that. I'm down to 213 pounds. I'm hoping to hit 199 by the end of the year. House 414, welcome in. Well, because they're... You know, actually, Luthon has a really good point. Because if you followed the stream for a while, you know what happens when you steal a squirrel's acorns. Obsolete, I don't know if you're ready for that smoke or not. Yeah, now we got to pull that one last cap out. Look, I'm just saying, you've seen the game. There's a distinct possibility that some of those squirrels have guns. Okay. It's one way to do it. Uh-oh. What's that? Yeah, that looks okay. It's a little dirty in there, but that's fine. I don't know if I'm qualified to do that or not. I mean, the fan. But I don't know, like... Like, what's the, They click terribly. There we go. Much better. I mean, we could... It's just the video card is the part I'm worried about. I mean, do you have to solder that in? Because that would be a nightmare. Okay, we're gonna clean the backside of this board because it's kind of schmooey. Sorry. Okay. Actually, the RF shield on your old one. No, wait a minute. That's not it. What did I do with your old one? That's the case. No, that isn't. Okay, that one's worse. So we'll stick with this one. It's got a little bit of rust on it, but I'll clean a little bit of that up. I was about to say, I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze on that dude. Unless there's a particular game you're jonesing to play. Besides, why bother with all of that when the Steam machine is coming out? Lord Gaben has blessed us. The Gaben has smiled upon us. Have you seen the Steam machine yet, Obsolete? Stand by. Stand ready for my arrival worm. Dude, that thing's going to be insane. I am super stoked. Okay, Snick, it's coming up. Is it going to work? Hey, sorry guys on YouTube, I didn't have the chat pulled up. I don't know how long ago that was. My bad. Yeah, glad you liked the profile pic over there. Sorry, nobody usually watches the YouTube stream. I've only had like 3 chat messages there so far. Okay, cool. That's working now. The gimmick is judging all of you. All right, let's go ahead and put this thing back together. So now we're done with this. I'm going to go blow out the bottom of the console real quick. Nasty. Just a white screen. Are all the other games working? Yeah, we may just need to clean that cartridge. Now, is SMB3 working? That's the question. It's pretty filthy. In fact, I'm just going to spray this thing. Yeah, somebody spilled something in this. I'm wondering if that's what killed the PPU, or if the PPU's even dead. I didn't really look too close at it. But yeah, there was definitely a Coke or something spilled in this thing, dude. Yeah, let's go ahead and crack this part open. Tetris is not happy? Okay. Now, are you pushing these all the way in? Because your games seem pretty clean to me. Like, let me show you real quick. When you insert it, and you can't see this, but not just the click, but you have to push it past that. So make sure you're doing that. And if you're doing that, then we may have an issue. There's the other screw. I was about to say, where'd a screw go? There it is. But yeah, Drake. But yeah, you don't have to jam it in there, but you definitely want to feel that click, that second. You want to hear the click, and then you want to kind of feel the But if that's the case, if you want, bring those games by, and I'll bring my cleaning stuff tomorrow. This is not too bad over here. I just realized you've got a busted... Is that the right one? No, I'm cleaning the wrong one. Oops. This one I need to be cleaning. This one's in much better shape. Say that's the one I broke to get open. Okay. So any other issues with other games or? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. He's coming for us. Do not, there is no Grim Nachos in this chat. Do not. Agent Wyvern, thank you so much for the raid. How was the rest of your stream, dude? Did we get a did we get another PB? Welcome in, everybody. If you don't know me, I'm Aramis Belmont, world's worst Castlevania speedrunner, and today we are doing a Nintendo installation, which is a replacement for the 72-pin connector in the NES. Creeps. Alkaiser? Did I get that right? Alkaiser? Retro Pandemonium. Not... Oh, Super Pitfall PB. Did you get another CV2 PB, or was it just the Tricera Nachos PB? If you guys are following me, I appreciate it. You don't have to. I don't have any alerts set up. I'm actually using vMix instead of OBS. So all of my streamy type stuff is not working because I'm learning OBS for vMix, I can't even talk right now. Learning vMix for work. So I'm just kind of playing with these different camera angles and stuff. Just the one, just the Tricera. Just the Tricera Nacho PB. So yeah, I told you didn't have faith. Yeah, Keo, what we're doing today is we recap this system. This is for obsolete currency here in chat. So I've been doing a lot of this lately. I'll kind of show off some of the stuff I've been working on, but we replaced all the capacitors in it. And actually I need to dust off that 7805 real quick. Where is my brush? I had my brush. Set down. It's kind of filthy. But the main goal of this install is to replace the 72-pin connector. I also have done some Game Boy Advance SP mods this week. So if you're not familiar with the inside of the NES, this is what it looks like here. This is the NES motherboard. We came in here and replaced these capacitors. Zoom in there, replace those. And the big boy that's under here. There's your CPU. And there's the 10 NES chip that causes all of the problems, but we don't need to do anything with it with the Nintendo drawer. So, but yeah. So we're right now we're putting it back together. So once you put this on, replacing the 72-pin connector is easy. You just push it off and then you push this on. It's super easy. So yeah, we're doing a little bit of repair. I might do some model making later. I've got one of the Bandai Pokemon kits, a Gengar. But anyway, so you replace the bottom RF shield like so. Make sure your screw holes line up. Then we're going to plug in our connectors here. I like to route the power underneath. Doesn't really matter, but so this is your power connector here. It plugs in like so. And your second player connector goes over to the side here next to the power connector. It's kind of hard to see, but if you guys stick around for a minute, I'll show you the builds we did yesterday, including I did a full Atomic Purple NES build. That one I'm very proud of. But yeah, thank you for the raid, Wyvern, and congrats again on the PB. Well deserved. So basically, you put it in like that. Then we have a couple of screws we need to put in before we go to the next step. There's the old capacitors. So, and I will be putting a video up on the YouTube on how to do this mod. There's already ones out there, but I'm doing one, so, you know. These long screws here, you don't need these anymore, the two long ones. And before we put the upper RF shield on, we want to put these 4 screws in here. But yeah, these Nintendros are awesome. I absolutely love these things. So there's 2 schools of thought on that. Capacitor shelf life is like 20 years. Somewhere around there, 15, 20 years for the electrolytics, which are these guys here. These fellas. I guess I could back off the zoom a little bit. Sorry, too much zoom. Okay, so there's a couple of things that you can look at, and this is a larger one. But let me get my poker here. Okay, I'll just use this. So, on the bottom of the capacitor, if you see any leaking, they will leak from down here. That's a sure sign that they need to be replaced. Also, bulging. So, like, this is the top. If this is rounded, that's also another sure sign. Or if this side here is rounded. So, if this is kind of rounded there, that tells you need to replace it. So, leaking fluid, bulging, bulging top, bulging sides. And this one's not leaking fluid. That's just some schmoo that was inside of the console. So any swelling. But here's the thing. If you're going to go through the effort to open it up, capacitors for these guys are like, it's literally $2 worth of capacitors to do it. So you might as well do it, right? And these consoles are literally 40 years old now. So that's just kind of, it's like, you know, you wouldn't drive a car for 40 years without an oil change or change the tires or anything. It's just good practice to go ahead and replace them. The other components on the board, like the, you know, your ceramic caps, your ICs and stuff like that, they tend to have a lot longer lives. Retro Pandemonium, don't call me if you get broken down. But anyway, we want to put these 4 screws in because they are kind of a pain in the rear. To install. This one you can't even install, these 2. Sorry, it's kind of hard to... I really should put that camera on an angle, but you know, that's a project for another day. Hey, you do you, boo. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying my vehicles get oil changes. I say that, and I need to do my Mariner. I keep putting it off. I should have done it this weekend. But yeah, they're super easy to work on. There's really not that much going on. Let me zoom out there. This is the whole board here. You got your CPU, PPU. I believe these are buffers for communicate. Oh no, that's your VRAM. Sorry, VRAM there. These are your controller buffers. Retro, you don't drive? Yeah, not everybody does. Resistor packages. It's a whole lot of ceramic caps on here. Inductor, another inductor. This is your oscillator section over here. This is what makes the squiggles. You got the crystal oscillator. This is your Colpitts tuning circuit, and your 2 transistors for the Colpitts oscillator. If anybody's interested in that, we can build one of these on stream sometime. I believe this is clocked at 4 megahertz, so yeah. PPU. We're gonna get the oscilloscope out and play with that. I'm always down for whatever. So anyway, now that we've got those on, we put the upper shield on. I'm gonna clean this off just a little bit. This one's better condition. I'm gonna give obsolete the better cards because I think I want to build one of these like out of a case at some point. So, and before we go, put the upper RF shield on. You want to check a couple of things here, like make sure everything is kind of copacetic there. You want to make sure that that location pin is in place. That one is fixed. Because if you don't, it's a pain in the ass to fix later. Nope, no best viewers here. Who did it? Wyvern! Oh, this has a little bit of dust on it. Think that'll be all once over. Obsolete can clean this thing all the way if he wants. Ugh. That makes me physically ill. Yes, there is, and it's called the NES RGB. Well, okay, so there's actually an HDMI mod for the NES, but it's kind of hard to find. I don't think they're made anymore, but really the best way to do it is the NES RGB. And I've done some here on the channel, and I have one I need to do for Freeland. I've been putting it off for way too fucking long. I'm actually... So he sent me his NES to fix, and what was wrong with it was the reset button was bad. And I fixed that, and then his HD mod died, his NES RGB, so I bought another one. And I need to put it in. It is a very involved mod, though, because... you actually have to remove the PPU. Let me finish this part here, because I'm going to use this footage for a tutorial video on how to do this. If you guys don't mind, please check out the YouTube channel. Yeah, somebody was telling... I forgot about that. We were talking about that in, I think, Budsy's stream today. I didn't know that. which I don't know how it works, so I can't comment on why. But I think doesn't it slow everything down? Now the PPU mod, the RGB mod does not, because it's actually not. It's not modding the NES output. It's just directly intercepting the stuff from the PPU. Oh, it was done so it could be exactly 60 hertz. Okay, that makes sense. Shocker, thank you for the YouTube link. I'm only, I think, 7 subs away from Castlevania 1 Damageless. Oh, Trisk. Oh, uh-oh. That's funny. Okay, so, and before I finish this, although we've got all the screws in, we're going to test it one more time before I put the lid back on. So, I know I keep showing this off, but I think it looks cool. And I'll show off the rest of the build. But here's my Atomic Purple NES controller that goes with the Atomic Purple NES. I even built it, you know, it's the same button style layout. Although the select and start buttons are not red, I'm going to see if I can find some red rubbers there. Okay, so we're testing the NES right now. We'll put power in there. Hopefully I didn't blow up any of the capacitors by putting them in backwards, but we're going to test that. And we tested this earlier, and it worked, so hopefully it works good now. Go ahead and swap over to this view. And I'm going to put that there. Zoom that out a little bit. Should probably turn my TV on. Good old SpongeBob TV. And here we go. Alright, what should I play? You know what? I know what I should play. I want to do Micro Mages as an actual stream at some point. So, you could theoretically do something like that, but it would be a lot of work and it would be pretty laggy. Basically, you're going to run into some serious latency issues there. I don't know if I have. I don't think so. I don't know if I can get to Dr. Jekyll. In fact, I'm pretty sure I can't. Yep. I've got to reorganize some of this stuff. Hey, look, it's Luthon's favorite game. What, Big Nose freaks out? This is not going well. There we go. See how rusty I really am at this. Pretty. Oh, of course. Uh-oh. It's not looking good, boys. Oh, that was a misplay. Uh-oh. Ah, that's it. Oh, no. You're good. Sorry, I got distracted. The EverDrive, my EverDrive has every game on it. NES games are kilobytes, so it's yeah, a little rusty there. The goal is to get to 100 lines for that run, but I need to do a little practice. But anyway, I just have to organize my folder structure because the EverDrive only recognizes the first 100 files in there. So that's why I can't see all of the games. But They're actually, I have the entire NES library on there, plus a bunch of ROM hacks and stuff. Like, for example, like Ancient Dungeon. Yeah. I'm not very good at it, so. Wow, the RNG on this is nuts. But yeah, as far as playing games and stuff online, really the answer to that is going to be doing it through an emulator. Because, I mean, so what you would have to do is, and really the HDMI isn't the hard part of it. I do need to get the virus cleaner though. Find that and send it to me, and I'll play it. But I guess we can go ahead and put this back together. So the problem is the way online games work. Is one of two different methods. You got two different methods, right? And the way basically all modern ones work is you have a central server, and actually this is how all of them work. Fundamentally, you have a server, and then you have your clients. And the clients send input to the server, and the server takes that input, changes the game state, sends the game state back out to the client side. Okay? That's kind of super simplified, but that's like the big picture of it, okay? So you can also host your own game, but the problem is the host is going to have far less lag than anybody else connected, which is typically why you would set up a server and everybody connects to that. Obviously, you're not going to be running netcode on this thing here. So you would have to basically remotely connect input to this, which is not necessarily hard. I mean, it's beyond my capabilities because I am not a programmer, especially a high-level programmer. But you could set up an Arduino or really any other microprocessor to interface with a computer via serial connection and send out the controller data into this port. Because it's basically you're just feeding a shift register is all you're doing. It's not hard, but you're definitely going to have syncing issues. And you're going to have lag in your inputs. So one thing you could do is basically look at the latency between the host and your other player online and run player one through that same kind of buffer and delay the inputs however many milliseconds of latency the other person has, but you're both going to be delayed at that point. So realistically, you're far better off. Ultros has there's some emulators set up that you can play that basically will host the inputs in the game and run it equally for both players. And for the NES, really that's the best solution. Although you could do it. But it's kind of like that's a lot of work for something that's inherently inferior to the emulator. Because basically the biggest advantages of playing on console, other than the cool factor, because basically the NES is 100%. There are emulators that are effectively 100% compatible. Everything works on them. So there's really not much reason to play on actual hardware other than running into a CRT with latency. And quite frankly, the Mister kind of is like, I think it's like one frame away from that into a super high refresh rate gaming monitor. So even that advantage is kind of gone at this point. So although you could do it, it's one of those things like there's a lot better solutions off the shelf. But yeah, but anyway, we're working here, so let's go ahead and put this thing back together. Yeah, but you're still going to have the latency. And you can't solve that problem. So either you're going to have to even out the inputs, or one player is going to be basically handicapped. Because internet connections inherently have latency. Like that's part and parcel of it. So even over a landline, you still have, like, even if you just imagine you had a direct network connection, right? Like a leased fiber line or something, you're still going to have latency over that. Not much, but it's still there. Because, you're dealing with basically the speed of light through electron travel. Fiber, yeah, see, you just sit next to the person. But like I said, there's, and if Anwin was here, he and Ultros play that, and I can't remember what it is. But it's basically an online service to run emulators through, and does the same thing. There's just no advantage to really doing it on console at the end of the day. Like I said, you can do it. It's just one of those things that the programming side of it is above me. I can program the Arduino or, any microcontroller. Arduino is just nice and easy, but any microcontroller will do it. So the Nintendo is a replacement for the 72-pin connector. It basically replaces the old. Let me find them. It replaces this piece of junk, which is the original connector inside, and it replaces it with something that basically converts it into a top loader type connector. So, no, you're good. So I don't know if anybody's still here. I'll show off the stuff we did earlier this week, if you are. I mean, I know you guys are still here, but... Anyway, Obsolete, get your ass over here. Pick up your NES. Luthon, don't make me have Obsolete ban you. See you in 5 hours, dude. Speaking of that, are we ever hanging out, Obsolete? I've got like 3 weeks of vacation, dude. I mean, come here. Well, I haven't taken any lately, so I got to do something with it. Oh, trust me, you won't get kicked from this channel. I might ban Luthon. I promise you, it's not that exciting here. I'm a terrible speedrunner and pretty terrible at doing NES mods. But anyway, yeah, the Nintendo replaces that with a magnetic connector inside. It's kind of hard to see. And there you go, man. So yeah, some of the mods we did. This is an older mod of mine. This is a zoom out here. We'll switch over to this angle. This is a Game Boy Color that I did an IPS mod on. And sorry, you can see my phone that I'm using as a camera. Slap in some Pokemans here. And I need to mod the speaker and stuff in this. We'll do that another day. The audio is terrible on this because the speaker's busted. So yeah, this is an IPS display modded Game Boy Color, so backlit, has all different sorts of display modes and stuff on it. You could probably do a Bluetooth audio mod in a Game Boy. That would be a tight fit, but I bet I could make it work. And then here is, we built this one on stream last night. Let me switch to the normal camera angle because this guy's a little bit bigger. Probably help if I... And it's kind of hard to tell the color on this, but it's like a hot pink. It's a translucent hot pink. This one's for sale. So this one doesn't have a home. But yeah, this is no rechargeable battery on this, although I do have one I'm going to put into my Game Boy Advance. Yeah, if we zoom into the screen on this guy. I mean, that's just like super crispy. You can turn the brightness up and down on it with the old contrast wheel. You can also change the colors. You can invert the colors. And I kind of prefer the Game Boy Pocket type screen. Also, if you press and hold it, it'll turn this pixelated mode on. It's kind of easier to see with that color palette. Yeah, this is actually the Sony camera. Oh, nice. Yeah, you could do a Bluetooth mod on that too if you wanted to. I've built some Bluetooth stuff. I don't know why you'd want to put a Bluetooth output in a Game Boy, but I'll put one in there. There's definitely room in there. So, but yeah, oh yeah, let me key that up. So, but yeah, that one's for sale. I'm going to post it at my local shop if none of my friends want to buy it. Because I want to get some money to fund some other projects, because I want to do a Game Boy Pocket. And then this is a mod that I was commissioned to do. So this is a Game Boy Advance. We've done a USB-C charging mod for this. So you can plug in USB-C cable. See? Charges, and a complete reshell, and an IPS screen on this bad boy. And this thing is crispy. So, but yeah, custom colors on the shell and everything. And this one also has an OSD, so you can change the brightness. It's got different brightness levels. Um, where's the... Sorry, you gotta press and hold. And it's got an OSD that pops up. And you can change all sorts of different things. So I'm probably going to be doing another one of these next week. I've got some shells. Go back to the right. We can even do... It's kind of hard to... I'm trying to hold it steady, but it's... But yeah, that's so that's the mod. I'll be taking this. He's the guy I did this for is a store owner down in Midland, Odessa area. So I'll be taking that to him soon. So unfortunately, I have to go down there for work sometime in the near future. Yeah, this is a cool game. This is Super Mario Brothers Advance 4, Super Mario Brothers 3 for the GBA. I wish I was blank. How's it going? Yep. If you know, you know. And then finally, let me show off my my favorite of the ones we've done in this this modding cycle. Let's say, did I take it home? I did not. Let me introduce you. This guy here. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but yeah, Atomic Purple NES. With a Nintendo drawer. Yeah, there's EverDrive for all of this stuff. But yeah, this is... No, I didn't do any LEDs inside. I've thought about it. And I might. But, yeah, I am definitely happy with the way this turned out. And then you guys saw the controller that goes with it earlier. And here's another DMG I've done. This is one of my personal ones. And I may change these back out because I put convex buttons in here. Turn the brightness up a little bit. Doo-doo-doo. Well, you know, if we're going to talk like that. Oh. So here's another mod. This is in my personal collection here. I've got a shtick for the old Game Boy look. Like I'm not gonna lie, I love it. But I mean, why not? Let's do it. Little zoom out here. J-Derg! Because the technology was super expensive. Yeah, so it was... So anyway... Yeah, so have you ever played a Game Gear? If you've played a Game Gear, you understand why this outsold it by a factor of 10 to 1. It was also a lot more expensive, and the display sucked on them. One of these days, I might do a Game Gear mod. I don't know if that's something you guys want to see. I mean, I like doing the mods and stuff, but this stuff is expensive. You know, these IPS kits are $60 a pop. Plus, you know, buying the Game Boys and stuff. I try to buy broken ones and fix them. So, but Game Gear is definitely on the list to do. So, but my kind of idea here is to sell some of these, and I'm not really going to make money off of it because you can't. I mean, you can make a little bit of money, but if I could break even. Yeah, you can keep those fucking three. I have a 3DS sitting over here that we're going to work on. Not today, because I need to do some prep work to it off screen, but... yeah, but... Anyway, I've got a rechargeable battery for this that I want to put in. Yeah, screw a 3DS, man. And actually, speaking of James Bond... Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's build this guy here. My friend Conover gave me this. Said we were going to build some stuff. So. But yeah. Not real pew-pews. That would be against TOS. Actually, somebody told me that they've streamed building some stuff, and I may do it. I've got a... Obsolete bought me a Kentucky Rifle Company cap and ball pistol for Christmas last year, and I want to build that because it's a kit. You actually have to put it together. I might do that on stream. I may just film it and put it on YouTube, though. Come on. Ugh. Man, I was hoping to save this box, but it's like... Oh, it's stapled. And it's stapled there and there. You know, have you ever seen the Glock? I think it's a 17 or a 19, but it's painted up like a Nintendo Zapper. Oh, so it's a real Glock. Okay. I wonder how much it would cost to do that. This thing is so fiddly. It's so tiny. Okay, I guess the stand goes together first. Goes together like that. Probably the other way. No? Yeah, there we go. I just don't know if you could, like, Cerakote. I mean, obviously people have done it, and it's more than just, like, rattle. I mean, you could rattle can it, but... Yo, Con! Dude, I'm doing it! I'm doing it. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. Yeah, Con, I'm oh, the selector works. Wonder if Chakra's still around. Oh, probably like this instead. You know, funny thing is, I've never torn one of these, like the real thing, apart. And I think I have to push this in. Ah, there we go. Yeah. So, I've actually had an opportunity to shoot the real thing. I need to post that video in Discord. But yeah, I have shot a full auto version of one of these. Oh, this is so cool. Does it actually work? Does the... Okay, no, it doesn't. Okay. Well, still, it's super cool. I was about to say, did they do the rotary mechanism in this thing? But no. It only holds the 3. Yeah, because the real thing, the way this thing works, it's kind of super cool because the rounds actually go, they lay this way, and they rotate 90 degrees when you put it in there. And this fucking thing really holds 50 rounds, like the real thing. I wonder if is it going to do the thing? It's going to do the thing. Oh. Oops. Put them in backwards. I done broke it. There we go. And oh, didn't have it all the way. Okay, there we go. Ah. And hey, Putz Beast, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I want one of these. I can't afford. I mean, I can, but it's a lot of money for something that's basically a toy. But yeah, super cool. Thank you so much for that, Con, by the way. Get in there. There we go. Yeah, that's going on my desk. I love the P92. It's one of my favorites. I mean, it's no M1 Garand, but yeah, that's cool. That's going on my desk at work. All right. So, would you guys be interested in watching me do a prop build? Because I want to build a proximity mine, and I know I found all the stuff to do it. The remote mine from the actual movie. I know the pieces to buy to build the what they used in the movie as a prop. And then I could go stick it on Luthon's front door. Because obviously we would put green LEDs in it instead of the red ones. but yeah, Putz Beast, I love the P90. And I'll post a video on Discord later if you guys are in the Discord server. But yeah, I got to shoot a full auto P90, and it is fun. I've some of you guys know I'm ex-military, and I've shot a lot of full auto stuff. 50 BMG, 240s, AK, stuff like that. Man, that P90 is probably the most fun I've ever had shooting a full auto. So, but yeah, let's build some Pokemans. Dude, I want a Klob, but those are so expensive. So, Ectoplasma. If you guys haven't seen these kits before, these things are awesome. These Bandai kits. So yeah, we're gonna build Ectoplasma. I think we're going to go with A. Let me adjust the brightness here. There we go. Oh, Richard, sorry I didn't see you on YouTube, man. I've got to pay attention to my YouTube comments too. I don't know if you're still there or not, but yeah, I've got to do a couple things, and I will be doing your 3DS. But yeah, I'm live over on YouTube too, and I'll be posting some instructional videos of this stuff. I mean, if you watch the stream, you don't really need the video, but you can go back and reference it if you want, or watch some of the other ones out there. So anyway, how was everybody's weekend? Anybody do anything fun? All right, we're gonna build Ectoplasma here. Oh, that piece already came off. It's like building Gundams. But yeah, we'll do a little bit more tech stuff tonight. I've got one other thing to tear down after this. So if you guys stick around, we will do a little bit more of that. But yeah, these kits are awesome. Really anything Bandai makes. If you guys aren't familiar, they're the people that make Gundam. So Colin, what have you been up to, dude? I haven't heard from you in forever, man. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's step 3. We skipped over some steps. Then we need part A1. Oh, A1 3. Still got that 3D printer if you want it. Okay, we need A214, which is this guy. A15 and A14. Okay, there we go. Let's give him the shifty eyes. But yeah, I'm gonna have an N64 build coming up soon. And then yeah, now, oh wait. Oh, nice, dude. And we push that in there. A19. Oh, damn, dude. Okay, looks good. A1 6 and 7. A1 8. It looks like we do this all over again for this next part. Oh, that's cool. You can move the little hand around. This is ectoplasma. Oh, nice, dude. Your 3-foot Gundam is finished. Did you see the project I've been working on for 3D printing? Okay. B5 and B3. No, I'm doing a large Saturn V, like a 1/60th scale. Okay, what do we do here? Hold it like that. And B4. It's going to be roughly 6 feet tall. I mean, you've seen the sim parts, I think. And that's what, B6? Yep, and we do that once more with feeling. Yeah, I don't have any of it with me. It's all at home. Put that aside. I'll go ahead and clip this off. Okay. There we go. Our ectoplasma is done. That was fun. I got one more thing before we end the stream. It's kind of getting late. Now that ectoplasm is done, and the P90 is done, set you up here for now. So, Con, we should get together and play some GoldenEye. Kind of in the mood now. So I've got this. No worky. I'm down to die. So I paid $8 for this. We could get Luthon too. Okay. Kind of weird, but okay. So let's see why this no worky. First of all, verify the symptom. Okay. So we have power. Okay. Well, let's hook the AV up. See what happens. I don't know if that's exactly making a good connection. We might have to swap out the AV cables, but let's find out. It's got video output. Okay, that's not working. Let's try Super Nintendo. Yeah, I got a Super Nintendo game up here. Yeah, Wing Commander. So, Super Nintendo side seems to work. God, this controller feels terrible. I think that's... Forgotten how to play this. So, well, that seems to work, but the NES side is not happy. And we've got basically no output. I don't know what the aux setting on this does. Well, let's crack her open. See what's going on. Because it's kind of funny because when there's no game in there... Oh, I need to put the... No, it doesn't do anything, does it? It does something. Let's, see what makes this thing tick, huh? Yeah, there's no way we're saving these things. Place them with some real rubber ones eventually. I mean, these things sell for like $50 new, so I expect lots of cheap Chinese yen. Oh, that won't even fit. I suspect this is probably just a system on a chip and there's not going to be much we can do to fix it. But oh, there's the screw. Let's say, where'd it go? One thing I'm going to be sus about is these connectors here. Get a little bit more zoom. So I'm going to check the soldering on these, because this actually looks good here. But I'm gonna take this board out and we're gonna flip it over. It's interesting that there's a crystal all the way over here. Okay. I gotta remember these are different screws. These are the longer ones. Yeah, I suspect the problem here I think it's con. So I'm wondering if we just reflow this stuff here. Let me see if I can get the microscope working. I think it's working. Move some stuff here. Do this. Go to 1x. We don't need that much zoom. Well, it could probably stand to be reflowed. Some of those do look sus. Okay. X is not to be trusted. Well, come here. Don't need that much. Okay. Let's also try cleaning this board up here. A bunch of schmoo on it. Let's de-schmoo. It very well could be whatever's under here is bad. Okay, let's see if that helped. I don't know, man. There may be too much con on this. There's two cons on this. That just may be too many. Okay. Plug this guy in, switch to NES mode. Well, if we put some power in it, that might work better, yeah? What's the behavior on this side? Oh no, that's interesting. Huh, okay. So when it's on the Super Nintendo side, it goes to black. But nothing happens here. Nothing happens in the aux position either. Oh, interesting. We are putting it in the right way. I don't think the cartridge is going to do anything for us. So I wonder if the connector on this side maybe has some issues. And I'm about to call it a night, guys, because it is kind of late. They have another one of these that's dead. I may go get it. Because it's almost like it's not getting power over here to whatever's on this side. All four of these screws seem to be the same. There's quite a bit of crap on this board, though. Let's see what happens if we reflow this side here. I'm not hopeful. This kind of looks sus. Okay, well, let's try it again, shall we? Once more with feeling. At this point, probably just wrong power thingy. Yep, no improvement, unfortunately. I don't see anything immediately obvious. And not knowing more. The only thing that kind of strikes me as odd, but it may be because I just don't know anything about this console. There seems to be a crystal missing there, but there's also... So this is probably the network. This is probably the circuitry for an oscillator here. But it's obviously missing, so they probably didn't populate it intentionally. But if that were for the NES side of it, that would explain why it's not working, but it seems kind of fairly intentional that none of that was populated. Because this is basically going to be your tank network for your oscillator. Then I have no idea what these chips are. That one's ostensibly a Motorola chip. Yeah, see, here's some other missing stuff here. Like this D7. I don't know exactly what that would be for. I don't see any leaky caps. I don't... Other than those pins there that were... I think they're okay now. I don't really see anything that's like immediately out of place. I mean, all this soldering is shitty, and whenever I touch my iron to it, it gets dull, which is really weird. I mean, there's some schmoo on this, but it's just leftover flux. That all looks good. I don't see anything immediately obvious here, guys, so we may have to revisit this another day. I don't know. You see anything, Derg? This thing is surprisingly complex, though, for such a cheap product. If I'm being honest here, it's not the worst built thing I've ever seen. Alright, well, that's going to be it for me tonight. As soon as I put these 2 more screws in. Hope you guys had fun. Maybe you learned a little something. I learned a little something. Go find somebody to raid. Go with radar. No. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, everybody. You guys for the raids. And we'll see you next time.